bit, bringing in an expert voice to get a sense of what's really plaguing Dalal Street and where this correction will end, if it will end anytime soon. Sanjay Dutt of Quantum Securities now joins in. Sanjay, good evening. It's good to talk to you on the show today. We start the week on another very negative note, and now 8,000 is in question. What's your sense of the correction and the manner in which it's just been a one-way fall over the last week and a half?
I think it's a combination of various factors that are playing out right now. Of course, one that is obvious is related to the MSCI rejig, which comes into play now, and some of the selling and some of the adjustment is happening because of that for the last few days, which should be over now soon. I think maybe today was the last day or tomorrow should be the last day. And added to that, obviously, the negative sentiment that's carrying on from the expectation and the hope that's got built up in the credit policy, and some kind of, hawkish stand taken by the Reserve Bank governor with regard to how the interest rate outlook ahead is, along with the monsoon forecast that came on the same day. So it's that combination that's really playing out, and, the positions are getting squared off. In addition, we are seeing some selling from overseas because of these factors, and, growth and profits getting delayed with the corporate sector. This whole mix has happened over the last week, 10 days, and people are realizing that they need to unwind a little.
So, Sanjay, do you see a bottom in sight as yet, or do you think that some of the factors that you mentioned, they are still playing out, and therefore you wouldn't be surprised seeing, more downside from here?
It's very difficult to always predict the bottom, but, what I would say that, which I maintained 2-3 days back also, if I recollect, that risk-reward is favorable in terms of building investment positions now. Now, whether, what number to put to the Nifty, whether it bottoms out at 7,900 or 7,800 or at the current level, it's very difficult to game. The last 200-300 points, both in the upside and downside, are very difficult to game. But if I were to hazard a guess, a reasonably objective guess, I would say, I think another 100 points is max that we should be seeing from the current level. So something like 7,900, 7,950 should hold, in my opinion, yeah.
Okay. Sanjay, let me just ask you about the recent RBI rules that were announced earlier this evening, where basically the RBI is giving some more ammunition to banks to convert debt into equity if borrowers are actually not performing as per prescribed norms, if they're not trying their best to, repay some of these loans. So, in your opinion, is this something that the market will react positively to? What is your sense on the fact that bankers will have that option now to simply, take over management control and even try and sell off perhaps the company or parts of it to another entrepreneur?
While it all looks pretty easy and very, hunky-dory, if you look at it, as what the regulation, what I can read in short while, what I've understood. But practically implementing these kind of things are very difficult in India, because it's not easy to really, for a bank to, acquire a running asset and get team together to really run the company, turn around the company, or, change of management, change of control. A lot of complications arise, and we've already seen this in a prominent case where they were trying to declare a particular industrialist a defaulter, and they went to the courts. So there are complications. Those are kind of issues that need to be factored in while reading into these new announcements. It's too early to tell, but let's see one or two cases how they pan out, and then one would understand. And coming to the market, how the market would react. Yes, market is looking for some positive steps to sort out this corporate NPA and bank balance sheet issues, because so much of pain is there in the balance sheets, and particularly large corporate groups. So this would be taken positively. This is a positive direction towards that, but we need a lot more to be done to be meaningful and actually solve the problem of balance sheets that has been plaguing the Indian corporate sector for a few years.
All right, Sanjay, thanks so much for that quick take on the markets, and of course the new announcements that have come in from the RBI with respect to bad loans and how lenders can deal